I'm Dawn Medici, and with me today is Jeff Kyness, and we're out at Oakwood Lake Township Park.
Today we're going to be highlighting our new disc golf course out at the Oakwood Lake Township Park. It's an 18-hole course, was bought or got on a grant. So this course was basically put in for free, minus the labor to do it. And you're going to see some beautiful stuff out here, some beautiful sights. It's going to be a tougher course, and we'll go from there.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming out.
Trey won't see me out here too often.
And I'm going to go with these folks, and we're going to see all kinds of things that you didn't know about this type of golf. For example, are there divots? And if so, how do they happen? Let's check it out, shall we? I have Miles Lawrence here, and he's the developer of this disc golf program that they have here. And it's a very interesting thing. You know, you don't use white balls, you use disc. And they've got quite a course here, about 300 acres, I understand.
Yeah, it's a 300-acre park here at Oakwood. We got a disc golf course, full 18, wrapping through a good majority of it.
And how exactly did you begin this? I understand you're the creator of this for Oxford Parks and Rec.
Yeah, I started my disc golf club, Murder Mitten Disc Golf Club. I started that about 5-6 years ago as a fundraiser program for Seymour Lake Disc Golf Course. It's my home disc golf course. I started playing there about 11-12 years ago and just kind of wanted to rebuild the course back up a little bit.
And how did this all start? I've never heard of it actually until recently. How long has this been around?
Disc golf has been around since about mid-70s or so. The exact origins of how it started is a little clouded and confusing, but for the most part it started with kids throwing Frisbee pie tin lids in a park from, say, one trash can to a stump or a trash can to a tree or something like that. And from there it just kind of formed, gathered more momentum, and wasn't until a guy by the name of Steady Ed Hedrick created the modern day chain catching device and really created, grandfathered the entire sport of disc golf, was invented the first actual disc golfing disc. He founded the DGA, founded the PGA. He really did a lot for the sport as far as creating it.
Well, today we're at the Oakwood Lake Park with the program here. But do you have this going on at the different parks in Oxford?
Yeah, I originally started my club for Seymour Lake, and from there it just kind of sprang up, and we were able to get these baskets from the MDGO, the Michigan Disc Golf Organization. Picked up 18 baskets from them, and I kind of mediated between the MDGO and Oxford Parks and Recs to get all 18 of these baskets out for this course.
And do you have competition going between these various groups?
There is a little bit of competition between, not so much as the clubs, but the players themselves. There's tournaments all over the state, all over the country, and all over even the world. There is, friendly competition between clubs as far as, people who are members of other clubs going to other leagues and tournaments hosted by somebody else. And it's just, friendly competition for the most part.
Are there prizes given away, for example, $1 million prizes or anything like that?
Nothing that large, unfortunately. Usually at a PDGA sanctioned tournament, there's cash prizes for your pro divisions and plastic or merch prizes for your amateur divisions.
Well, it looks like you get a lot of exercise out here, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's definitely for sure. I know Seymour Lake, the total distances for all the holes, it adds up to, I think, about 6,500 feet. So do quite a bit of walking, and most courses, unfortunately, don't have golf carts.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you take us through the course and find out exactly how this is done, shall we?
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Out here, all of our T signs that we have, they're all painted nice bright red. We got nice white lettering on them. All the posts themselves were used from some old recycled fence posts that we had on the property. We got everything painted out. You got your front edge line for your tee pad, and just a general route to get you through to the hole. For the most part, it's pretty hard to get lost out here. Just follow the main trail through. We were trying to be as non-invasive as possible when we were making the course, trying to follow along the main trail that's existing here already. Nice features about this course, it's a pretty rustic course. On hole 9, we'll have a fence built behind the basket as an OB line, and the fence planks going horizontally will be made from an old, was it 1820s log cabin that was out here. It was some siding that we pulled out of the creek that's on that hole. So this course is definitely a very rustic, very kind of handmade course, and you can definitely see it with all the little details out here.
We're on the 8th hole, but I don't think there's any holes. I don't see any anywheres.
Actually, we don't have a hole. It's more so a basket, which if we come down right here off our tee pad, we'll get to our basket.
Okay, I see there's a line, so you can't cheat. I mean, you know, kind of.
Yeah, the line is there for our front edge of our tee pad, so that's, you can't throw in front of our front edge here.
Okay, why don't you show us how it's done?
All right.
Frisbees for each task. What did you say they were?
Drivers, fairway drivers, mid-ranges, and putters. This would be considered more of a driver. Has a narrower lip on it, designed for cutting through the air. This would be more of a mid-range disc. It's designed for more precise shots, and then your putters are more blunted on the edge, designed for slow, straighter shots. So this was my first throw here. Normally you would have a little mini marker with you to where you'd place it right in front of your disc, and then you throw from behind your front edge here. So I think we're pretty close. I'll just pull out a putter.
You're gonna putt this one, huh?
I'm gonna try.
How did that do?
Parked it.
That's where it was supposed to go, huh?
That's exactly where it was supposed to go.
Okay.
Right where it landed.
Let's go up there and see what it looks like.
Parked it. Pretty much set it right under the basket. Aces are hole-in-ones. Hyzer bombs would be a big hooking shot. Anhysers, which is more of a left turn hook. Yeah, there's a whole set of lingo for it. So now this is what makes this basket nice right here, just because we've got our basket that's suspended between these 3 cedars here. Try to do it as non-invasively as possible, just so we're not going to damage the trees or anything like that. So now I go for my 3rd shot, and easy enough.
That's it?
That's it, and then we go on to the next hole.
Anything else you want to tell us about this game?
It's a fun game. It's for all ages. It's exceptionally cheap, whereas a standard golf club would cost you quite a bit of money, where one of these will cost you upwards of $20 on the cheap end, $8, $9. There's still a lot of free courses that are still in the area. If you do come to a pay-to-play course, it's $2, $3 at the very most, so it's a relatively cheap sport. I actually just played around with my grandma the other day. She played in the Michigan Senior Olympics for disc golf. So
how'd she do?
She did well. She was the only one in her age bracket, so she won.
Good for her. Yeah, let's hear it for grandma. Good. The other thing too I noticed is that this is true nature. You're playing in the woods here. You're playing with all the natural wildflowers and everything around you.
Yeah, yeah.
And the air is really nice and clean back here.
Yeah, it's actually, this park is really secluded from most other courses that you go to. A lot of other courses go through heavily traveled parks such as Seymour Lake, which, you know, it doesn't obstruct with your gameplay or anything, but being back here, you're not going to get any noise from anybody else. It'll be really nice, and as disc golfers, we want trees, we want bushes, we want stuff to play through, so it's not just a wide open pitch and putt kind of ordeal.
You might want to bring your GPS with you just in case. I mean, this is a lot of territory, 300 acres.
Yeah, it's a lot of room back here, but we don't go through all of it. That's the good part.
Yeah. You know, how much of it encompasses your course?
I'm not really sure. I'd say maybe 100 acres.
Oh, well, a guy could walk that in no time. Huh? Maybe not.
Yeah, depends on how good your legs are.
Yeah, that's terrific. Well, how many of these courses do you see developing within this area?
I mean, right now this is Oxford's second course. There's another course over in Clarkston. There's a course on OU's campus. There's a course right next to OU's campus. There's courses all over the place. Michigan is #4 in the nation for disc golf, so it's quite a popular sport.
Well, you were telling me earlier that it actually is a national sport.
Yeah.
It's big time.
Yeah, there's every year there's the Japan Open, which is a tournament that they throw out there. The good thing, or kind of the special thing about that tournament, it's 150 grams and lighter for your discs. So it makes it an interesting competition dealing with winds, throwing such a light disc.
I think hats off too to Oxford Parks and Recreation for recognizing this as an excellent sport, and also gaining you know, some background in terms of physical exercise for people that normally wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oxford Parks and Recs, they've been really good to us disc golfers over the years. The course was first installed at Seymour Lake by Devil's Ridge, but then kind of turned over to the parks, and they've done everything they can to keep it open and keep it free for everybody. So hats off to those guys.
Yep. And really want to recognize Ron Davis and the great job all of his people do for the Parks and Recreation for Oxford Township. Thank you.
Here we are at hole 18. We just made it all the way through the course. This hole here at 18 will take you right back to the parking lot, which you'll pan over and see here probably shortly. Then you're right back to where you started. This course has been laid out so you really can't get lost or turned around. The park hours are daylight to dusk, so you can come out anytime and play. It's a free course. Just come out and enjoy. Miles, what else do we have?
Not a whole lot. I'd just like to thank everybody for taking this little tour through our new disc golf course here at Oakwood Lake Park. The name of the course is Dogman's Den. It's a full 18-hole course. We got Discraft chain star baskets installed for every hole. This course is a highly technical course, not for the faint of heart, and by any means. A lot of really good shot placements, and you might make par out here.
And just remember, if you have any questions, you can contact the Parks and Rec office at 248-628-1720. They'll answer any questions you might have about this course. Thank you very much.